So I'm going to be installing this new power supply into my PC. I recently upgraded my GPU to a 3080 and my current 600 watt power supply is pooping itself. So I decided I would go for this Rog Strix 850w. It's one of their older power supplies now, but I believe the new version is called the Loki, and there's another Thor version which is like their top of the range model, but they were twice the price, so I thought I'd get a good deal with this. It cost me £127 when I bought it in November in 2023. First things I do is just checking out the box, checking out the power supply. Very nice. Just checking out all of the modular ports, checking out the bag that comes with all the cables in it. Very nice bag, Republic of Gamers on it. Also came with like a little package with cable ties and some other cable management stuff, some stickers for the side of the power supply and some other stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, here I'm just checking out the cables, and as you can see, the quality of the cables that come with the power supply are really great, and they appear to be incredibly well made, and they were quite easy to install as well. One nice thing I saw was that it came with an EU cable as well as a UK cable for the power, which was nice. So next thing I'm doing is I'm just organising through the cables, sorting out which ones I'm going to use, which ones I'm not going to use. Just so I have everything ready when I go to install the power supply and all the cables. For my PC I needed the motherboard cable, I needed the 3 PCIe x8 cables, and the CPU cable, the SATA cable for my hard drives and my RGB hub and my CPU fans, and also I needed the Molex as well, which is for my case fans. So when I begin with the installation of the power supply, I just begin by unscrewing the front of the case. I take off the nuts that are holding in the front glass panel. I take that off. I remove the back panel as well, just so I can get access to everything that I need to have access to. First thing when I'm in there is I unplug the GPU. So I unplug those cables, 1, 2, 3. On this massive 3080 it takes 3 PCIe x8 cables, and then I proceed to unplug the CPU power. This was really tricky as it was in the tight corner. Once again guys, apologies for my dirty PC. I will be doing a deep cleaning video on this PC. I built this PC 3 years ago, so some dust is to be expected. Getting rid of this horrible daisy chain, which is how I was running it before. And I unplugged the motherboard power. I have a RGB extension cable here, which is why the motherboard power comes out the back like that. That's my RGB hub, just unplug that. Unplug my hard drive. Now it's time to unscrew the power supply. So I unscrew the screws that are holding in the power supply to the back of the case, and that will allow me to remove the power supply from the case. Now the old power supply is out, I start pulling the cables one by one, just gently, making sure nothing's snagged on anything. Some of them were a bit tricky, but I did manage to get them all out, obviously, and once everything was out, I moved the old power supply to the side, and then I can start installing the new power supply. First things first, I plugged in the SATAs, my hard drives, then I went for the CPU power in the top left of the motherboard. Be careful when you're pulling the cables. As you can see here, you can see the cable moved a little bit when I pulled it, so make sure everything's clicked in and make sure you don't tug the cables too much. Got the GPU all plugged in, did a bit of cable management at the back, put the panel back on the back, and Bob's your uncle. It's that simple. And yeah, I do plan on adding a RGB GPU cable here as well as a custom LED front panel that I'm having made, and when I go to install those parts I'll be doing a deep cleaning video for my PC. Overall I rate this power supply highly. I recommend it. There are cheap alternatives out there, but I wouldn't cheap out on a power supply. It's one of the parts worth spending on. But thanks for watching my video, hope this helped, and see you next time.